Grace, what's going down?
Not much. I just want to say I don't like the colors in my name. So
What? You the one supposed to put that up there. I don't got no I ain't got no control over that. When you sign in,
I'm
you
just
gotta do it.
saying, you know, put me in a whole show, ask me about, what I like creative, you know, like I'd be a
Well,
part of the creative process.
we gotta I can go back in there and I can try to move some stuff around. I don't know what's gonna happen. But I did it and then I just came to you with the offer. And there it is. And that's how it's gonna go. That's how it's gonna be. Lean on me when you need a friend. What's going down?
Man,
You watching the BET Awards? Is that why you wanted to go on early?
yeah, because I ain't want to be fooling with you all night with this.
So you wanted to watch the BET Awards, so we got to go on in the middle of the day.
It's not
You
the
don't
middle
even,
of the day for me. It's 7 o'clock here.
but you don't even know them people on the BET
I
Awards.
don't know them, but you have to support Black culture. That's got to support Black people.
So lean on you, huh?
Yeah, I got you. I'm a support. I'm a supporter. I support you.
Hey, but let me ask you this: when is the next time they're gonna have the BET Awards in the ATL?
Oh, I don't know.
They had it down there before, though, didn't
Hmm.
they? Yeah. So shoot, man, I would love to check that out. But yeah, we gotta do the thing so I could take your sister to the Dollar Tree.
We've had this discussion before, so I ain't even gonna speak on it. I'm gonna speak like I'm just trying to walk with Jesus. That's all I'm trying to do.
So you ain't gonna comment on that. You
No,
just gonna
I'm
walk with
just
the
trying to
Lord.
be a little closer to the cross.
Hey, we all need to be up close and personal on the cross. Like I need to lean on him with something. Take a nap out. I need to plant a knapsack out up there by the cross. But Auntie Mary passed. So
Yeah.
sending prayers over there to the Garner family and stuff like that. Lil Kirk, he made a post, man, and he been going through it. I think he lost his grandmother on his dad's side, and then
Hmm.
he turned around and he lost Mary. Then I think his girlfriend, the girl that he was with, was pregnant, and she just lost the baby. So keep
Oh,
little cousin in prayer and stuff like that. I'm gonna try to get
yeah.
over there and stuff like that. So Kirk, I don't know if man, if you're watching, man, I love you, little cousin, man. We praying for you, man. Keep your head up. He posted it on Facebook, but I just seen it and I gave him a post. So
Uh,
hopefully, I try to get over there, this week, stuff like that. What's happening with the crew over in the ATL?
Nothing. We just over here, just minding our business, staying out the way.
Man, that's it. That's all
Like,
we can do. That's the best thing. That's the best way to do it in life. To stay out the way and mind your business.
mind
You
your
know what I
business.
mean?
That's
For
it.
real, for
Minding
real.
your business is free. It's free.
Hey, but a lot of people put that on their post, like just minding my business, because that's the
Yeah.
only thing that you really responsible for
That's
is
all you.
yourself.
Yeah, that's
You
all you
hear
do.
me? You get the
And it's
message
free.
outside.
It's free. You
But
don't
you
cost
say,
you nothing. You ain't got to cash app it. You ain't got to put it on Zelle. You ain't got to PayPal. None of that.
right, straight
It's
up,
just
man.
free.
I tell you something else too. It's safe. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? It's safe because you can deal with your crazy or what you got going on in your circumference. You start meddling outside the lines and start trying to help other people and reach out. That's where shit
Yeah.
happens. That's where
Yeah,
it
that's
go
why I
wrong.
don't ask questions. When people be going through, I don't ask questions. You want me to know something, you gotta tell me because I feel like if I ask questions now, I gotta get involved.
Right?
I'm
Yeah.
committed to solving the problem. No, no, thank you.
Uh,
You don't tell me, I don't know. People ask me something, I feel like I don't know. So you
right.
didn't ask them, nope.
Yeah. I got a lot on my mind. Yeah, man. We all do. You didn't say don't. Everybody. Everybody going
Mhm.
through. That's what I told motherfucker the other day. Like, man, listen. No, I'm a mechanic. He calls me today. So okay, the truck was supposed to be ready Tuesday. So
Mhm.
then it's storm Tuesday. So he sent me a text and he says, "Well, the big storm, I mean, it might be a dayish off late." So then all of
Mhm.
a sudden, the day is just turned off until like 6 days. I didn't hear from him. So
Mhm.
Monday, so the day I hit the man, I said, "Hey, Mister, uh, you know what happened to the truck? And how come you didn't tell me?" "Oh, well, I'm at a funeral. My nephew died." And all of this. And then he just started going through this thing. Well, there were some other little things that we might have to do. I said, but listen, you acting like I'm supposed to know like what's going on in your
Right.
life. You dig what I'm saying? If you
Mhm.
don't tell me, I don't, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna
Mhm.
ask you, what's going down. But the moral of the story is like when you're doing business with other people's stuff, you have to communicate, but
Yeah.
just don't automatically assume people know what's going on. Life is life and for everybody, bro.
Yeah.
And you know
And
what I
you
mean?
need to focus on what you came in there for.
Yeah,
Sometimes, yeah, focus on what I brought it in here for, Eddie. it's
because
tickling around and, sometimes it's necessary, but sometimes I tell a mechanic at a heartbeat, focus on what I came in for.
yeah,
For the
because
break, focus on that.
yeah, because then you start talking about all these other people, cars or trucks you got to do, and this and that happening. It's like,
Mhm.
bro, I ain't even asked you for that. You dig what I'm saying? I'm just
Right,
trying to figure out when is my truck gonna be done. Like,
right,
you dig what I'm saying? But when I was doing the podcast today, I was thinking about what we said. I got because when the podcast is over with, a lot of people they jump in my inbox and they give me feedback. Um, People get like a lot of good stuff. One person was like saying, "Man, your sister's super funny." And I like her advice. Then we have one person that felt like we went a little bit too hard. You dig what I'm saying?
yeah,
Because you uncut. You dig what I'm saying? A lot of times you uncut, and I don't want them to think that when we was talking about Ebony that we was mixing it up with seizures and people that have seizures because
yeah.
we wasn't.
We
The
wasn't.
the the joke was how Bernice
Yeah, we
spazzed all the way
was
out on a
opposite.
man that was going through something. He
Right,
going through something, and your mom just went left on him.
right.
You dig
That's
what
just
I'm saying?
smooth out.
It's- right. And then I could see how that could have possibly been sensitive to somebody that's hurting, but
Yeah,
you
they
know,
didn't know the whole context of it. Because I really was laughing at she cussed out the fire department, she cussed out the
yeah,
police department, she
right,
cussed out everybody that night. So I
yeah,
wasn't laughing at Ebony's situation because that situation is dire, and Ebony he could have been really hurt. He could have lost his life. And every time he had seizures, we had to make sure that he didn't hurt himself and that there was
hmm
nothing around him and stuff. So that we wasn't laughing at Ebony having the seizures. We was laughing at my mom reaction to it.
your mom rough, boy.
She did. I
She's
was like,
super
how
rough.
are y'all still friends after that? Like,
Yeah, you dig what I'm saying. But sometimes, oh, Grace, the truth hurts.
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, a lot of times people don't want to face the truth, and you know what? I found out that if you hold yourself accountable and you laugh at it, it's a whole lot better. And deal with it. A lot of
Yeah.
motherfuckers don't want to deal with this shit. I would tell
Mm-hmm.
them, man, listen, anything that I'm scared of or anything that's the truth for me, face it head on. Like, what's
Mm-hmm.
gonna happen? You gonna whoop me? I'm gonna whoop you. One of the two. We're gonna
That's it.
handle this issue though. We're gonna deal with it. You dig
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Like, when I went to the joint, as bad as the situation was, I handled it. I ate it up and I bettered myself. You dig what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? And I came home and I still faced it, and I used it to what I mean to catapult me to get out here and speak and do some shit, and it's opened up a lot of doors. You dig what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
hopefully it's gonna land me into this TED Talks. When I get to that little stage from it, then I know, what I mean. But I see him doing what he's doing, but some people you gotta respect the truth.
Yeah, you do. The truth hurt. It don't ever feel good going down. But one thing you did say, laughter. And I tell you that if you can laugh about it later, I mean, for instance, for me, I'll go through something and I'll give myself, say, 24 hours, 72 hours, depending on how bad the situation is. After that, the pity party is over.
Right.
What's the solution? And I'm always gonna find the funny in it. So people come to me and they ask me stuff and I'm gonna give them an answer. But after I give them like a real answer, oh, the jokes is coming
Yeah.
because I think laughter is like the best medicine, and laughter can help you just like help you get through it. But sometimes we take ourselves too serious and we take stuff too serious. But if you can find a reason to laugh, because I'm telling you, when I had gotten in that car accident
I
and
know.
people was coming to the hospital and I had oxygen on me and I could remember them, saying stuff. And I pulled the oxygen mask down and I was like, hey, hey, I ain't got no car note.
Like straight up, that shit is over with on a Benz, on a
Right.
Mercedes Benz.
It was
Like,
a Lexus. I was like, I ain't got no car note. I was like, man, I said, and then I just went into like a whole little comedy show. I was like, I couldn't really afford a car anyway. With my paycheck, I probably should have been in a Pinto. I just couldn't,
yeah, for
I had
real,
more
for
too
real.
much.
Yeah, man, bullshit ain't nothing though. But man, when I looked at that picture of that car, man, that was a blessing.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that
And
was a
we
blessing.
laughed about, I mean, we even in the hospital, like some of my comedian friends came up there and we just laughed and we joked. And I really felt like that helped me with the healing. So, like a lot of stuff that I've been through, I think probably one of the reasons why I started doing comedy, because I would just always just try to find the funny in it.
Yeah, that's dope.
Mhm.
All right. Well, I'm gonna show you this video, and then I got like a few little things. So I've been telling everybody I know you, Dr. LaShawn Denise Christ. So if anybody listen, if anybody call you that, stick to the script. And you just say,
Not
I
gonna
just
blame
want
me
you
on
to
lying.
answer.
Y'all would not have me out here lying.
Listen, just answer. Be like, yes, at your service. You dig what I'm saying? At your service. Say something like that. You ain't really listen. We ain't charging them. We ain't got no office, so they can't sue us. You dig what I'm saying? Go and stick to the script. I'm gonna show you this video, and then I'm gonna do. I got some things that I was studying, and they hood and they ratchet, and we're gonna see if the truth
Okay.
hurts. You just give them. You give your opinion. Hold on, let me check him out. Let me find the one. I think it's this one.
Soon as you, as a person, decide that you're not going to lie anymore and that whatever problem that you have, you're going to deal with that problem right then where it presents itself, it'll show you a whole new side of you. It's very important. It's very important. When you lie and allow lies, for some people it's just, oh, I'm just a little delusional. No, it's dangerous for you to do that to yourself. It's very unnecessary.
So if it's truth that sets you free, that means wherever you feel bound and wherever you feel stuck, you're lacking truth. What does that mean? That means you're either lying to yourself, you're complaining, you're becoming a victim. You're not telling yourself the truth. So the solution to that and the solution to get to freedom is truth. So allow truth in those areas. Be 100% real with yourself about why you feel this way, why you are where you are, the process of something that you're in. Just tell yourself the truth, and then you'll experience freedom. Simple.
Okay, so listen to this. That video I was going to do last for this little segment that I wanted you to just put on your doctor roll. Did you notice how I said advice with Grice?
I saw that.
Hey, did you see how the letters popped up? Can you see the vision? Is it coming clear to you?
It's not coming clear yet.
It ain't called no
It's still a
time out.
little foggy.
Time out. Listen, I be working hard trying to put these videos together, trying to put us in here as a team. Now we're a team. You the big sister, and you see what I'm doing. Now it's time for you to act smart. But listen, any one of the videos can work any kind of way. One of the ones that you touched on that was already at the top, and this is really really real. Living outside of your means. You dig
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Balling with your bill money. You dig what
Right.
I'm saying? A lot of people do
Mhm.
that. You can't a lot of times, and some of these ladies, you can't afford your attitude. Your attitude can't be bougie when you broke. You dig what I'm saying? A bougie attitude come from a boss lady. You dig
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, um, or like men acting like like they the plug, but really, you got a smoker's budget, bro. You ain't really got this money that you out here in the clubs, or you go jump in the car, throw some rims on it, and you do this and that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what do you say to that? Living outside of your means, people who are spending money that you just ain't got. Black people do that a lot.
We say doing that. I say stop doing it because a lot of times people do it to impress people that really don't even care, don't really like them. They got their own struggles or whatever. Because so often I see people, we buy what we want, but then struggle for what we need. We need to cut that out because who are
Ho-
you trying to impress?
That was dope. That was
And my
dope.
and my and my what I feel like with in situations like that people are covering up insecurities. Oh, if I go and buy this bag, or if I go and buy this purse, this pair of shoes or this outfit, and I'm out here giving the people what they want, even if they don't know what they want. Um, you digging yourself in a hole because at the end of the day, you're the one that when the bill come in, you're the one who has to pay that bill.
Yeah.
You're the one who's going to be probably up at night trying to figure out how you gonna pay it, unless you just one of them people just don't pay nobody. And them people out there too. They be out there,
Yeah.
they'll run it up and they don't pay nobody. Credit score be 200, but they don't
Straight up. Hey, listen, and you'll see them too
care.
posting. They on a trip over here. They over here. You really sipping up. You at hookah lounges
Mhm,
and smoking. But at the same time, when you come back, them envelopes keep coming in the mail, and they want their little
mhm,
bread. They wondering like, you got something on it? Like you plan
right.
on paying us? And then that's how I go though. But the thing that I like what you said. You said you buy what you want, and then you struggle for what you need. You know what I
Mhm,
mean? and you'll be like that. You'll be out in the club somewhere trying to
Mhm.
impress people, throwing on the latest name brands and shit like that. And them people don't care nothing about you. You might
They really don't. They
a
don't.
motherfucker might be like, damn, that's fresh. Like, man, oh, you look real good. So you did all of that just to get a few likes off a post
Yeah.
or something?
People do it. People do it for likes and clicks and all that stuff, and for somebody to big up them. You have to big up yourself, like for real. You got to clap for yourself. You got to.
Listen, how you big up yourself is you stay out the way and just
Right.
because
And
when you
you
step
live,
on that
live
shit,
within your means. I'm
I
telling
know.
you, it's time out for living outside your means because in this society and how the world is going, you don't know what's going to happen. And if all your money is going to bills, you really don't have any cash available. So it's like you cash poor. Like you wearing all your assets on your ass, and you need to stop. Like
Yeah.
for real, stop trying to impress people.
Yeah. Um, I think also too, like you said, you just don't never know which way the world is gonna go with like what Trump and them is doing,
Hmm.
pandemics and all types of stuff. You see how sky high the prices are. You dig what I'm saying? Uh
Hmm.
the like I went to the store for Bernice the other day and I got her some toilet paper and paper towels. And then what she threw me for, you dig what I'm saying? It wasn't even enough to really like to stock up like we used to do it. You dig what
Hmm.
I'm saying? Usually, you know, when somebody give you, you know, like a little something to go get, you can probably go get something nice. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
But it wasn't,
Hmm.
it's enough that's probably gonna last you for like about a week or so. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
You'll be back. And then so, but to take that and just add it to what people is really doing is it's like, okay, you'll go out here though and you'll get in the latest J's. But then at the end of the day, you ain't got household supplies or you ain't even paid on
Hmm.
certain things in the house like a little bitty credit card that you know you might need here. You know what I mean? And I used
Hmm.
to feel like this when I came home from the joint. It's just like pay the credit card back because you get to use the money again. You dig
Mhm,
what I'm saying? I
mhm.
always felt like that because listen, I'd rather go ahead and give you your bread back because guess what? I can holler at you again when I need
That's
you. I
right,
pay
that's
that back,
right.
and then there goes zero balance. Boom. But guess what? I got you when I need you. That's how I was
Mhm,
getting my shoes like crazy. I was like, I go out of town, I use this one credit card for shoes. And then when I get back, every time I get paid, pay that credit card off, and then boom, he's zero. So when it's time to go somewhere, there you go. You dig what
yeah,
I'm saying? I ain't
and that's a good way to be. So the thing is, if you use your credit card, you should aim to be able to pay whatever you charge off in 2 to 3 months.
yeah,
If you can't just pay the whole balance in full, so if you can't pay the whole balance in full, at least be able to break it down in 3 months because the interest rates is going to kill you.
yeah,
So the best thing to do is to try to get it paid off within max 3 months.
right.
But if
Let
you
me read.
can pay it all off at the end of the month, my credit card companies hate me because they don't really get a whole lot of interest because I
Right.
manage mine to where when they send me the bill, here go your money.
Yeah, give it back. I feel like
Because
I feel like you don't
I've
look.
been in that cycle where it's almost maxed out, and then you pay a little bit, and then you build up a little bit, and then you max it out again. That's the worst. To me, that was the worst place to be in. To just have all that credit card debt.
Yeah, I hate it.
I won't. Mm-mm. But
Let me read
you
this.
learn, you grow.
Let me read this side note real quick. Brandy Martin is saying it's the algorithm they have indoctrinated into the consciousness from birth with the videos of rappers, cars, movies like Scarface and Hollywood, elites portraying the only way for you to be normal and civilized person is to have all this money and all this materialistic stuff, when in reality it's lowering you a frequency and bounding to this earth away from your consciousness self. This goes deep. I feel you. I feel you. Because it does have a lot to do with like movies and you know rappers be all iced out and you know you
Hmm.
got the baddies. Like right now, one of the baddies was in town over the weekend. It was really big
It's a whole little thing.
out, and so I don't know what happened. Did somebody
You
else say
went
something?
you went all the way out. When you was talking and you went out. I don't.
Oh, okay. So then it popped back in. It might have been an internet connection. As people hit me and stuff like that. Yeah. So I feel you,
Brandy
Brandy.
is correct though because it is a lower frequency because if you are at the mindset of I need something outside of me to make me feel good about myself, you are vibrating at a very low level. And
Yeah.
she is right; it will keep you bound into this consciousness. But it's like once you get to a consciousness to where I'm okay if I have it, I'm okay if I don't. I am who I am and I'm really good with myself, you can raise your frequency. And by raising your frequency, then you can also then at that point manifest things that you want to manifest. And
Right.
it's not like you are out here cosplaying.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So instead, so we talked about that one. The next one that I wanted to bring to you is kind of simple, but it's damn near like the same thing because I got
Mhm.
deep ones that I want us to really get to. But the number two one, where the truth might hurt, I feel like if dudes is out here trying to sell dope right now in the day, you just in the way. You finna go to jail and you in the way. Drug dealing is not entrepreneurship. You dig what I'm saying? The feds is locking people up like left and right, and you still just got people out here that's feeling like. I mean, I feel like this, Bryce. They got dispensaries now. So what is you
Yeah.
selling weed for? You basically you selling weed when people going to the dispensary, they're getting good quality stuff for their money,
Mhm.
and they getting it legally. You dig what
Yeah.
I'm so if you selling anything beyond weed, boy, your ass is going to jail. And with this new generation, everybody's snitching. So ain't nobody don't nobody want to do no time. So everybody gonna turn on you. So the truth is you need to go get a job. You need to just take your ass and go on and go get a job, get your resume together, and go try to work. You're too old for it. Cut the shit out.
Yeah. Or use your entrepreneurial skills that you learned from selling drugs and put that into a business.
That there it is. You know what I mean? Because
If
one
you
thing
don't, I mean, if you don't just want to get a job, if you feel like I just can't work for nobody because everybody's not cut out to
yeah.
go and punch a time clock, then use those skills that you learned with selling drugs, whatever they may be. I don't know, and put it into a business, a
Okay.
legitimate business, so that you don't have to worry about the police.
Hey, and because a lot of people be like, man, you do a lot of shit. And I tell them, I'm still a hustler, but I just
Hmm.
make sure that it's legal. You know, I don't
Yeah,
want the police to come and wrap me up now. So I could turn them
yeah.
clippers on. I just cashed a little public speaking check today where they pay me for gas money and they
Hmm.
pay me for speaking. I just put that in the bank. And then, you know, with the DJ, doing the DJ little thing like that. So
Hmm.
you can get multiple avenues of money from different places,
Yeah,
and it's still a hustle. It's all
yeah.
about me putting my name on a card and telling people I can do a service for you if you know what I mean, if you need me. And then they holler
Right,
at me to do a service and I show up. The same way dope fiends call you to come bring them a pack, come bring them something, but then make the shit legit. You dig what I'm saying?
right, right.
So that
Yeah.
way you ain't taking no chances because you're going to jail. They
Yeah, and you want to have multiple streams of income too. So
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
that's a good thing to have. Because often if you just got one stream of income and say you at a job and you lose your job, what you got?
Nothing. I'm trying to tell you.
Mhm.
So ain't no sense in doing that. But we're gonna talk about that too. Number three, situationships is not love or romance. Sometimes I think I ain't gonna just say ladies. It could be a guy too. You might think that you're in a relationship, but you're just a placeholder until somebody real come along. You know what I mean? You're convenient. You're not dude piece. You his little side piece. And so sometimes people get tied up into situationships and they really think that it's something. You dig what I'm saying? And you know the truth might hurt.
They know most of the time. If you be honest, you really know that you really not something. But I mean,
Well,
you
you wrote a
really
book
know.
called
I
Side Chicks.
mean,
You
yeah.
wrote a book called Side Chicks Unite.
Yeah,
So
I did, and you kind of know, you kind of know that he ain't shit. He's not leaving. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. Y'all gonna sneak away when you can sneak away, and then number one, why would you want to trade places with the other person? Because you see right now what he doing. So if he does leave her and get with you, now somebody got to take your place.
yeah.
So what we doing? So I mean, if you just with that person to have fun, and you know that I don't really want him, but I like him, he cool, we could kick it, but I don't want that long term, then I say go for it. But if you looking to say, oh, I'm gonna change him, and oh, he gonna leave her to be with me, because people be lying and stuff, and people gonna always be the victim in the story. If they telling a story about somebody,
Yeah.
you already know that person done did them wrong, and they're gonna be the victim, and they're gonna lay it on thick so that you can feel sorry for them. So I would say if you want to have a relationship and build something real with somebody, then being a side piece ain't it.
Or what about this though too? In a certain situationship, like if you're in a situationship and they only love you in private but never in public, you need to know.
You're a night fighter. They don't know.
A night fighter.
You a firefighter. If they don't want me seen with you. If they only want to come to your house and hey, you fix them something to eat and y'all can watch Netflix and Hulu and Peacock, and they don't ever want to take you out in public, you're a night fighter. It's okay if that's what you want to be. But if you want to be outside and be seen with that person and hold hands, then that might not be the person for you.
Because holding hands is serious. So if
Yeah, you
a
hold hands
motherfucker
in
hold your
public.
hand out in public, you mean something. You
Right,
dig what I'm saying?
right,
Y'all going somewhere. Y'all in the fight together. That's what
right.
that means.
But if you,
Straight up.
yeah,
I see them all the time at Walmart, like little white couples. They'll come into Walmart holding hands. It's like, yep,
yeah,
they do it. They do everything together. You
yeah,
dig
they
what I'm
like each
saying?
other. They
Yeah, they like each other.
like each other.
Okay. Now, number 4. Let's talk about the jobs. Um, I don't know why sometimes people feel like they're irreplaceable or they're good at a job and you think that you can show up late to these people place, you can talk crazy to the supervisors,
Mhm.
you can go outside and smoke weed or take you a drink. Why do I think it's some mainly like our people. It seems like we get a motherfucking job and we just think that we can do whatever. You get in there and them people paying you, you get like a good job. Then, oh man, shit, I'm finna go out there and hit this blunt. You want to go hit this blunt? It's like, bro, you on the clock. You dig what I'm saying? You can't go outside and go hit no blunt. And now you want to try to spray on some cologne and come back in here high and operate these people machines and shit like that. People need to start understanding like when you get a job and you know you need that job, you need to cooperate. You
You
do.
really do. And you need to be the person that you said you was in the interview. Now, if you tried in the interview to get that job, and then you get the job, and now after as soon as you get off probation, I ain't doing this, and this ain't in my job description, and now you late every day, and you leave early, and you taking
Right.
extended lunch breaks and stuff. Be the person that you was in the job interview. You lied the best in the job interview.
And
That's
in the interview, you top
yeah,
notch in the interview though,
yeah,
for
so
real.
go ahead on and just continue to be that person. Don't do them people like that on their job. Don't do it.
And then go outside and get drunk and then come back in talking crazy, want to cuss the supervisors out and shit like that.
Talking about
I done
somebody
seen
get you fucked up. No, they don't. They
they,
don't.
they ain't got you fucked
They
up.
don't.
Just
It's
when you
you.
punch in on this
You're the
clock,
problem.
yeah, when you punch in on this clock, we expect a certain service from
Yeah,
you. Because
yeah,
when it's time for that check to come, you gonna want your money. You
right.
dig what I'm saying?
So
So
you
we
want
gonna
you
pay
to go
you.
to the interview person. You
Yeah,
want the
we gonna
interview.
pay you, and you just gotta come on and do what we tell you to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you notice when you be inside orientation and stuff, they'll reel you in too. Do you think that would you be okay standing for like 4 to 6 to 8 hours a day? Are
Mm-hmm,
you with lifting like boxes that could possibly be 50 pounds or whatever? And so you
mm-hmm,
be saying like, yeah, and she be reading it to you. Okay, well, sign off on this and just put that in your folder. So everybody be sitting there and be excited. You done got hired.
mm-hmm.
You done calling
Yeah.
everybody like, nigga, I'm on that craft, nigga. They starting off at 21. You better sign. Boy, you better put in your app. They hiring everybody. You lie,
Mm-hmm.
everybody in orientate. Then as soon as you get in there and start working, man, I'm finna go
Man.
home, man. Like such and
Right.
such in them in town this weekend. Nigga, I ain't coming in Friday. Like
Right.
you done got the people check and
Right.
now you want to play the
Now they're
people.
trying to work you like a slave.
Yeah,
You already know what the job qualifications was when you filled out the application. You filled out the application. You the one who got dressed and went on the interview.
yeah.
Cut it out. Like for real, for real. Like that's why I got offered a job at the post office. It is like you gotta be outside and the weather gonna be no, it was Delta. And it was like it's gonna rain and it might snow, just come on into work. I kindly got up and I went and told that man, I said, listen, I'm gonna go ahead and leave because I ain't gonna be able to do this and I don't want to waste y'all time.
Right. But see, you know what? That's the truth.
It
That's
was
what
the
the
truth.
truth is.
And guess
Like
what? I
that's the
got
truth.
hired later down the line for another position that didn't that didn't call for that.
Right. Straight up,
Hmm.
like y'all
Same
ain't
thing
gonna
with the post office. I told them the same thing. I'm not pushing no mail outside in the rain. I told that man, no, I don't want to waste your time. I'm not. Mm-mm.
yeah. Or
He said,
like
I
when
can respect that. He's like, you know what? I can respect that because people, they say, oh, yeah, we don't mind. And then when they get here, they mind.
they do. Because when one of them storms hit or one of them rainy days hit, like real
Hmm.
hard rain or it's cold outside and that wind blowing and you still gotta do that, like man.
Yeah.
Boy,
Because
me
I'll
and
quit a job if it's cold. If I get cold, I'll leave. Yeah.
hey, listen, me and TT did that. So me and TT, me and TT got a paper route, and in the wintertime. So she done
Yeah.
gassed me up. It was cool when her and Henry was doing it because Henry was taking her to deliver the papers in the truck on the weekend. So I
Hmm.
go get the little paper route too. They didn't threw me on the little route. And so I got after school. Come on, man. After school in the wintertime, that hawk was cutting us up, and you walking around with this bag trying to make sure you get it inside people mailboxes and touching that metal. After like 2 days, it was like it's a wrap. I'm done with this shit. Like I can't do this. I'm just a kid. I ain't
Right.
ready for this. This is
Yeah.
some other
Got no
people's
business
shit.
out here working no way. I got
No,
homework to do.
for real. And they ain't paying you nothing but scraps anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry. So the next one, this one might hurt a little bit. Um, you ain't thick or swole, you unhealthy. You dig what I'm saying? And now listen to this. Um, Working out versus working your heart overtime, normalizing obesity in the name of self-love, and unhealthy and in denial. Like saying, take somebody, and it's like this. I don't want to get down on people who might be trying and might be struggling and can't lose
Mhm.
weight. But then you do got some people that just, you know what, you know better than what you're doing,
You
and
do.
you know
You
you
could be
gotta be.
doing.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because you're supposed to be doing better anyway because you got high blood pressure and you diabetic. You
Mhm.
dig what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
so now you want to come up with all these excuses. Oh shoot, everybody in our family big boned it and we this and this.
Yeah.
And it's like, nah, I'm gonna tell you something. You can talk all that shit. I'm just thick. I'm country thick. Yeah, that's cool. I like meaty. I ain't tripping on you now. And if you happy with yourself, I'm happy with you. But if you can't go up a flight of stairs without breathing hard, you dig what I'm saying? Maybe
Yeah.
you gonna have to figure it out. And you know what I mean? And that's just for like men too. Sometimes you used to be nice, you dig what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
then sometimes life be life and you done gain some weight and you
Yeah.
steadily trying to wear like, little tight shirts, but you out of shape, bro. You unhealthy. You gotta start eating right and
Right.
getting back to it instead of coming up with all these little excuses. And once again, I ain't gonna point the finger at just our people, but a lot of us always is, me, most of the funerals is always like a heart condition, diabetic, or something like that.
Mhm, mhm. Well, Americans in general are obese because if you go to like Europe, you ain't seeing that. I was in Paris, you don't see all that obesity. I was in Dubai, I was in Africa. We ain't see all that obesity. It's the food that they give us, and I do know that it is a problem. You know that when people have problems, but what you got to think about this is your health is your wealth, and one thing that you don't want to do is get up in age and then you got all these health conditions, these health problems, and you're not really able to really just live a quality life because you got to always go to the doctor. You diabetes, you can't eat certain stuff, it'll drive your sugar up. Now you got to worry about being in a diabetic coma. And then it's also not fair to your family members and the people who love you because
Yeah.
then somebody got to take care of you because you was out here just eating what you want to eat. And I'm gonna tell you something, ladies, I ain't trying to body shame nobody, but I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of comedians be out here cracking jokes talking about something. Oh, you see all the women on my 600 pound life got somebody. Y'all better eat. That's bullshit. Don't listen to that because listen, you can't roll up on him if he cheat on you and you 600 pounds. You can't roll he is tired of Applebee's. Come pick me up. No, he could go live at Applebee's and
Right.
ain't nothing you can do because you know why? You got to save all your strength so you could go to Houston to see Dr. Now for weight loss surgery. So don't fall for that. Don't fall for it because they be trying to suit people up to my son. Everybody 600 pounds. You see they got somebody. Yeah, but somebody got to wipe their ass too and help them get in and out of the shower and in and out of the car and then they can't walk because their knees and stuff be hurting. Take care of yourself is all I'm saying.
Right. I think that one of the biggest things that you pointed out though that was like super dope is that you want to have a healthy life. And not only that, but then it's not fair to your loved ones. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? Because
Mhm.
now you got these kids that's depending on you. You got grandkids and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And so what if your health ain't together and something happened to you before you got it together, like financially, like you
Yeah.
got all your business in order? Because once your health start getting bad, people don't want to put no insurance on you.
Yeah.
You see what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
It's hard to
Mhm.
get insurance, you know what I mean? Because
Mhm.
they come up, they pull up, they want to do blood pressure test, they want to know do you smoke? You know what I'm saying? So when they start saying
Mhm.
like diabetes and this and that, it ain't
Mhm.
a lot of insurance companies ain't messing with you. You
Yeah,
know
they
what I'm
want to see
saying?
if you got any pre-existing conditions and all that stuff. So it is
Yeah.
hard, and it's. But my thing is, you want to be able to get around. You want to be able to move. When you get older, to check in like probably gonna come on your knees anyway. Especially if you was back in the day in any type of sports or you was dancing all the time. Them knees, boy, they gonna give you some problems. But don't aggravate it by having just extra weight on yourself too, if you can help it. Because I do know that some people, it is really, food is really an addiction. And
Hmm.
they really need, like psychotherapy and all that stuff to actually be able to get rid of, to deal with what's causing them to overeat. And that's, and everybody have, some people have addiction. But my thing is this: sometimes I want to ask people, is a hamburger, some hot wings with lemon pepper, is it worth dying over?
For real. Because if you weigh it out on that scale, it ain't.
Yeah,
If you looked at it like, okay, it tastes good right here in the here and now, but
yeah.
then catch yourself in the hospital. Think in the hospital, laying in a hospital bed with tubes and shit all in your mouth, all in your chest, and they talking about your heart about to fail on you. You know what
Hmm.
I mean? And you seeing people that's in there going through that. Now, topple that with you smoke a little bit of weed and you do a little bit of drinking and stuff, and you smoke
Hmm.
cigarettes on top of that. So now you really turned up. You know what I mean? It might not seem like much like right now because like when you like right here in the here and now, it's like you don't really see much. It's everything is about fun. But
Yeah,
next thing you know, when you start climbing up, oh man. And you know what a lot of people do? They dodge the doctor because they don't
yeah.
want
Go to the doctor. Go get checked out. Go see what's wrong with you.
to. Yep. That's
Yeah.
it.
Because I'm gonna tell you something. As you get older, if you don't take care of yourself, everything be hurting. Sometimes I be hurting for no reason. You be like, why? Like, why my hands hurting? I ain't even did nothing. I ain't got no fight. My hands cramping up. So,
Be laying
knees
down
be
and stuff,
cracking
just
when you walk.
aching and throbbing and shit. Like, man, what
Yeah.
is going on?
It
Like,
rain. You know it's gonna rain because your knees hurting, your ankles and stuff. No, I'm
I'm
telling
glad
you.
I ain't got to that part yet, but I sure do be doing
It's
stretches
come.
when I
I
get
mean, it may or may not come. For me, I have injuries from being in the army, so
right.
like I have knee injuries and stuff like that just from all that running. But I'm just, just being unhealthy, and then the doctor tells you, because I'm gonna tell you something. I know somebody who was pre-diabetic. Doctor kept telling you pre-diabetic, you could turn this around. His ass kept on eating cookies and cakes and donuts and shit till he went on ahead and got the sugar.
Yeah,
Then next thing you know, he got to stick himself.
yeah,
Now he's sitting up here crying, talking about some Jesus. No, Jesus had told the doctor to tell him he was going to get right. Now you want Jesus to come and fix it. Jesus is not fucking with you. He's not bothering with you. There's other people out here with real shit that want to live right. No, leave Jesus alone. He's good. He's busy right
you,
now.
you trying to say the Lord is busy for?
He's busy. I feel like if he ain't, he should be busy for foolishness. He should have somebody up there screening his calls. What did the doctor tell him when I tried to warn him? Oh,
Right.
he's been missing. Put him on hold.
For real. But that's how I go. And so listen, this is not a crack. I think that I love everybody, and I think you know what I mean. That you should love yourself to the point where you should get checked out. Well, we'll talk about that when we give advice. Let's move on to the next one. Listen to this. What do you think
Mhm.
about this? You not wise. You just judgmental and rude. We're
Mm,
talking about
mm,
fake philosophers, false
mm.
prophets. Stop giving out advice that don't work for you.
Mhm.
You,
Right.
you dig what I'm
You
saying?
putting that
You
advice
got
because you're not even following.
yeah, you got so much to say about this and about that, and you so quick to try to I'm gonna tell it like it is, and and your life is in shambles.
Is in shambles, and you don't even follow your own advice, but yet you expect somebody else to follow your advice. First of all, give people the grace to be who they are. What
Yeah,
works for you may not work for them. And if you're trying to encourage somebody to live a certain way, and you might use it by cussing or whatever the case may be, but you're not following it, then people not going to be bothered with what you're saying because your presentation is wrong.
yeah,
Sometimes it's all in the presentation. You got to watch your tone, how you say it, minimize the cuss words if you're a cusser. So just, follow your own advice and stop. Sometimes people ego get involved. I know a lot of times when people say, okay, I'm not religious, I'm spiritual, and then they start, maybe reading books and, you know, just studying and learning alternative stuff, then it's like they become like they get like a spiritual ego. So now it's like they feel like, oh, I'm vibrating at a higher level than you, or I'm manifesting, this, and this. And so now they start to feel like they're better than you. And if you really were, then you wouldn't judge that person.
yeah,
Because anybody that vibrates at that high of a level is really not judgmental. Because when you're at that level of vibration to where you've kind of rose past some of the lower level energies, it's all about love. It's all about love. And love is not judgmental.
right. And a lot of times I think it's just a good way to get off the BS off your chest. You
Yeah.
dig what I'm saying? To
Yeah.
take it out on
Yeah.
somebody else.
Mhm.
Find
Yeah.
you a little dummy and then spaz out on them because somebody
Mhm.
that treated you like something or you done had a bad day. Now all of a sudden you just want to practice on somebody else
Yeah.
and
And
try to
then
make it seem
people,
like you know something. Yeah,
And some people learn just enough to sound
smart.
ignorant. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know, just enough to say, you just be sound biting and just stringing together a whole bunch of sound bites.
yeah.
Get out of here with that.
Go check out a few like little posts, a few like little you'll catch a
Hmm.
few like TikToks or something like that, and somebody will turn you on to something. You go read a podcast or check out somebody's sermon or something, and now
Hmm.
you're gonna go try to enlighten the world.
Hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
you don't go, you don't go sit your motherfucking ass down.
Yeah.
You don't
You
even know what I've been through. What you see what I'm saying? You don't know my fight. You don't know my
right.
struggle. Don't talk to me. Don't speak on certain things because
Right.
like I just started speaking with that lady, and so one of the things that she said that was really sincere. She was just like, right now today I'm just listening. She was
Hmm.
like, I don't have no answer for you today. She was like, I
Hmm.
can't. She said, I can't possibly. She was like, I gotta assess everything that you're going through. She was like, it's so much that you have to go through, man. She was just like, far as like, are you sleeping 8 hours a day? Are you
Hmm.
eating healthy? Are you
Right.
working out? What is the energy like that you're surrounded by like every day? And how do you feel? How do you process information? You know what
Hmm.
I mean? What are you putting in and what you know what I'm saying? So she was like,
Yeah.
you got a lot of stuff that's going on. She was like, I can tell. You dig what I'm saying? You going through a time. She's like, look, you 50 years old. She said, you just did 15 years and said, you trying to get back. You could possibly going through a midlife crisis because
Hmm.
there's certain places that you feel like you want to be that you're not
Right.
at. You dig what I'm saying? And I
Hmm.
and I and I said, something. I felt like that was right. She says, but it's impossible. She says, so what we gonna do? She was like, I just want to see you some more. And then let's start talking about some different routines and some different things. You could
Right.
start trying to get like a clearer picture and start
Hmm.
just processing information better, the way you process stuff and the way you looking at it. She's like, because you looking at life still from a prison lens. And she's like, and it's not working for you. She's like, and you catching hell. And she was like, but you can't be mad at yourself because you did it for a decade and a half. She was
Yeah.
like, you ain't finna come out here and just turn that lens around and think
Right.
that you finna see from a different view. She said it's just not finna happen like that. But there's some
Right.
different things that you can start doing to start breaking that, to start making some. She said you got to start creating some healthier habits. She's like, I
Hmm.
know that for sure. And I'm like, so when I took that, and then you know how sometimes you might be chopping it up with a person. People think that they smart. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They'll
Yeah.
listen to some shit and they'll really think that they giving you some. It's like, man, if you don't shut your ass up, don't ever
Right.
talk to me again. You
Right.
dig what I'm saying? Don't ever talk to me again. All
Yeah.
right. Let me see. Number 7. This is a good one. This is the last one, and then I'm gonna show you another video. Nobody owes you healing.
Mm.
Accountability versus victimhood. Your ass is in your 30s. You done went through a trauma-filled life. You'd have been a victim, and some people have went through
Mhm.
some stuff. I'm
Mhm.
not gonna make light of your situation,
Right.
but you haven't went to go seek any help. You dig what I'm saying? You're
Right.
responsible for your health. Nobody owes you healing. Nobody can make you get right.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean? And I think it's
Yeah.
people like that. Can't nobody make you get right. You gotta go get right.
Mhm.
What
It's
you
an
think?
inside job.
Yeah,
Healing, happiness, all that is an inside job. If you continue to look for it externally, it's gonna always elude you. So you got to do the work. You got to get somewhere, to sit down, and be quiet. That's why my thing says, "Quiet the mind, and the soul will speak."
right.
So you have to get somewhere and be quiet and stop being, and and I know some people, and I don't want to judge people, but you know what? I can't sugarcoat this. Listen, sometimes you just gotta just shut up and
Yeah,
stop being a victim and stop telling your story over and over and over and over and over to people, the same damn story. Don't nobody want to hear it. If you're not planning on getting up doing something about it, then stay away from people with that, because people dealing with their own stuff. And then what other people don't understand is you keep repeating this story of all this stuff that happened to you. So what are you putting out in the universe? All you're
it's
doing
coming.
is getting more of it, because like, okay, this is what I want, so you're gonna get some more of it. So it's just a cycle. If you don't like the way your life is shaping up or the way it is, first stop talking about it
Yep.
and sit down and get quiet and figure out how you want to change it, because only you can change it. Nobody else can change it. Ain't nobody coming to save you, so you got to save yourself.
So I think that's that accountability versus victimhood. You dig what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You got to go ahead and take accountability for it and stop playing the victim because it ain't gonna
Hmm.
get you nowhere.
Yeah,
All
because
right.
people tired of that. People be tired, hate to see you come and you act like that. People
Yep.
hate, man, oh, here they come.
Woe is me. You
They
know what I
leave
mean?
you
All
sad. Now
every
they
time,
leave
woe
you
is me.
sad.
Like you ain't never got no good news. Like then nothing good happened today. Thank the Lord that you woke up. Thank you. Thank you for everything. Like you
Mhm.
got clothes. Did you dig what I'm saying? Did you
Let's
eat
say,
today? You got some food? You dig what we're saying? You ain't happy for nothing? I'm like,
Nothing.
man, for
Ain't
real.
nothing.
All right, I'm gonna show you this video, and then we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna get out of here because I can see people probably trying to watch these awards. What time they come on right now?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock your time.
Your time.
Okay.
The thing about the
No,
truth
is
is,
it eight
man, is
o'clock my
that the
time?
truth actually does hurt sometimes. And the thing about the truth is, it's not always going to come across the way you want it to come across. Sometimes the truth will come across in a nice way. Sometimes the truth needs to come across in a more firm way. But the thing about it is, when people ask for the truth, is that when they get it, they don't know how to keep their emotions intact and understand that like somebody is really keeping it 100 with you and they're not lying. And sometimes, man, we're not perfect. So when we step out of line and we got good people around us that have our best interests and tell the truth and keep it 100, that's more important than anything out here. So I have learned that the truth, man, it does hurt, but the truth is worth it, man, because that lets you know who's around you that's real. So always keep it a band with people, and hopefully the people will always keep it a band with you.
Okay. So listen to this. This is where I wanted to do the other commercial, but we're gonna do this. I'm just gonna read you. We're gonna recap the little stuff that we said. I'm gonna read you a line and in question form, and then boom, you just give them a one hitter quitter of advice for the person with the champagne taste but the Kool Aid budget, or the Gucci belt with $12 in his account. What you say to him?
Stop it. Cut it. Don't do that. Don't. It ain't worth it.
It ain't worth it. You doing too much. Okay. So what do you say to the drug dealer who still gotta drop his baby mama off at work and use her car to make stings?
To the drug dealer, to the baby mama, because to the baby mama, girl, drive your own car to work.
No, he need to use her car so he can sell his drugs.
She can mess around and get her car impounded. Okay, yeah, y'all go ahead. Do what that's just, see, that's that hood love. That's that ghetto love. I don't
K
know.
Dot says save your money. Kendrick is on there.
Yeah,
Okay. But
right,
yeah,
save your money.
save your money to the
Yeah.
first one. But K Dot, what we was talking about is like people that was living above they means. So when I shoot her those advice, she just giving me advice. So number two, K Dot, it was what do you say to the drug dealers who think that this selling drugs is entrepreneurship? It's like, nigga, dispensaries got weed, and if you selling anything besides weed, you going to jail. The feds is out here and everybody telling on everybody. So what do you say to the drug dealer who still got to drop his baby mama off at work and use her car to make stings? It's like you're not
You might
really
need
getting
to
no
sell
break.
another type of drug then. If
You're right, because other than that, your clientele ain't really hitting on nothing. You might as well come on and get a job. Because if you
go
got
to
to
work
use
with your
her
baby
car,
mama.
yeah, if you got to use her car to drop her off just so you can have a vehicle so you can make moves, you ain't really moving, my homie.
Yeah, drug dealing is not for you. You need
you,
another occupation.
ain't really moving, my boy. You think what I'm saying? You ain't,
Yeah, you need
you
another
ain't what they
occupation.
call balling. You ain't
Yeah.
balling. You balling. You ain't balling, my dude. Come on, get a job. Matter of fact, go fill out an application where she work at and go to work with her. You
Right.
dig what
And
I'm
learn
saying?
to ride together.
Yeah, straight up, ride together.
Cody?
For real. Okay. So what's your advice for sweetheart who really feel like she got a man but never got a date night? He say he love you, but not in public.
I already told she a night fighter. He don't love you. You a
You
night
a
fighter.
peace holder. You a peace holder
Placeholder.
until he
Yes,
finds
you got
somebody.
something better. You a
When he
placeholder.
Yep, and then when he finds somebody that's dope, the one that he really want, then
Mm-hmm.
watch it. He'll cut off everything for
Oh,
her.
everything.
Yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
ladies will do the same thing too.
They
So
will. Yeah.
yeah, you know what I'm so we talked about that last Thursday on having a roster. It's just simple as that. If you're not the main choice at the top of the roster, then you ain't really on nothing. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah, and
simple
then
as
again, it's a little deeper than that too, because then it's like, okay, if you're with this person and he treating you like a night fighter, what is it about you that is attracting that? Because now you got some internal work to do to figure out why you attracted that type of behavior into your life. But that's a whole
I
nother
would
story.
say, yeah, I would say low self esteem. You know,
Yeah.
because you're going for it. Don't have low self esteem where you just okay. I'm just gonna do it like that. Like no, okay. So for the people who show up late to work, go outside, take weed breaks to hit the bottle, or to hit the bottle. Um, pretty much, y'all playing too much. Pretty soon you're gonna be out of there. Then people gonna fire your ass. You dig what I'm saying? I had already wrote down notes because I seen it. I don't know. I worked at a factories and I seen them do it all the time. So let me tell you something right now. And if you're showing up late to work and then you taking a break, when you go out to break, if you go to your car and you got to hit that blunt or you got to hit that bottle, your ass is finna hit rock bottom. You
Right.
dig what I'm saying? Because you're doing drugs and you're
Right.
not being loyal to the job. You're being loyal to the get high and faking and you know what I mean, playing. You loyal to playing, but you ain't loyal to working. You're gonna hit rock bottom, and I don't know. Then they're gonna be mad because ain't nobody gonna help them. That's gonna be the next argument. You tell
Yeah.
man, motherfuckers make me sick. When I was out there, I was loaning everybody something now, and I can't even get a loan from nobody. Boy, nobody to tell your ass to quit that job.
Right. Be the person that you was in the interview is all I got to say.
For real. And that's it. The same the same person that showed up to the interview need to show
Show up
up
to
to
work.
work. Straight up.
Be the clock in.
Straight up. Okay. What do you say to the ladies who think they big boned or the homie that wear the tight shirts but can't climb a flight of stairs without taking a break?
I would say go to the doctor, get a health checkup to see what's really see where you stand, and then if you're unhealthy, just try to get healthy. Because just because you're small don't mean
You
just
healthy.
big don't mean that you're unhealthy, and just because you're small doesn't mean that you are healthy. But I would say find out where you stand as far as your health, and then if there's something that you need to cut out or whatever, then I would start cutting that out. I would start exercising. Like Kendrick said, hit the gym. If you can't afford a gym membership, you can work out at home.
You could definitely do that. You can definitely do some
Work out
things
at
at
home. I
home.
work out at home four times a week because
I'm
I
gonna
don't
tell you
want
something.
to pay for the gym. I got weights, I got bands, I got like my own little mini gym. So I work out at home, and they
Right.
got
Okay.
YouTube, Instagram. They got little videos you can work out for the
Straight up.
free. Get started.
Get you a yoga mat and man, make some
Yeah,
shit happen.
yeah, get at it.
Okay. For real, for real. That's love right there though too.
Hmm.
But just day by day, take little bitty steps to just
Those steps.
getting better. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to try to look at people that's in the gym and try to get healthier overnight. And you know, a
Hmm.
lot of times it ain't really just so much about your size. It's about, eating right, getting the proper
Hmm.
sleep, and making sure you stand in tune with the doctor. You dig what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And whatever you do, don't lose the booty. Don't forget the bump. No, no. You didn't want to hear that, did you, guys? Because I like the ladies with the meat. Just don't lose the bump. But
Well,
all
and
right,
I will say, you know what? Also, get outside in nature. Walk, outside, and get
fresh
in
air,
that fresh
vitamin D.
air so that you can, get that whole holistic thing going on mentally, physically, all that. You'll feel
Yeah,
better.
you sure will. What about the toxic person who fails to heal but blames the bad behavior on, I don't mess with this zodiac sign. Oh, you a Scorpio, you a Capricorn, you a Pisces. Oh, I don't fuck with them. They crazy.
I would say get some healing. It is not about the. It is go see somebody. Go sit on somebody's couch. Like for real, because you can't. Everybody, if everybody that you mess around with and you come into contact with, they're the problem. Something is wrong with you because it ain't everybody. Everybody can't be the
Yeah,
problem.
can't be.
So you got to take some accountability now. You got to go and get truthful and look inside and say, what's really wrong with me? Go and face your demons.
You
That's
got
it.
to.
You got
Sometimes you got to face them. Sometimes, and then and that's what we basically saying. Um, this ain't law and order. We ain't giving you the law or the order of your life, but it's like, okay, this is a truth that
to.
sometimes people is scared to face, and sometimes you gotta face that. It's so cliche. They'll say, "Well, the truth will set you free," but it will though. Because just think about like if you unhealthy and you go to the doctor and the doctor say, you pre-diabetic. But you one of the ones like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
fuck that. I'm finna watch what I eat now. I ain't.
Mm-hmm.
No, okay. You just said that. What I need to do? Okay, I'm finna hit the YouTube. I'm finna look up me a diet, talk to some people that's eating healthy, start hanging with them. What
Mm-hmm.
y'all doing? Start prepping your meals, making sure you doing the
Mm-hmm.
right thing. You go back to the doctor and they be like, "Oh, you good." You see what I'm
Right.
saying? You see how much better that's gonna feel when you face the truth instead of
Mm-hmm.
like ducking and dodging it. Like, oh, I'm in denial. Oh, I'm just big bone. Oh, everybody in my family big. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all
Mm-hmm.
right. I get it. You know what I mean? Oh, nigga, I ain't working for no white man. Nigga, I'm out here getting this money. When the police run up on you, you see what I'm saying? It's so many truths that people is
Yeah,
just
that
not
people don't
face
want to hear.
that they
Or
in
they be saying it's
denial.
hate, or they say you hating on them.
Yep,
But the truth sound like hate to somebody who hate the truth.
there it is. You see what I'm saying? That's the reason why I asked you to be on the show, because that makes a whole lot of sense, don't it? The truth sound like hate to somebody that hate the truth. They just don't want to face the facts. Okay,
Mhm.
Grace. So we're gonna let everybody watch the BET Awards, and then I'm gonna put another show together, and then you just be here next Monday, okay? Okay, because we're a team. We're a team. Don't let our mother down. She count on us. She count on us to do stuff together. You see what I'm saying?
Don't
This
bring
is
her. Don't
no,
even try to bring her
no.
in it.
Listen, we bonding. This is family time. We bonding. You the big sister, I'm the little brother. We supposed to do shit. I'm working on us a sitcom too. Okay, so listen. I'm trying to put our life together so we can get money. All right. So don't worry. I'll see you next Monday. I love you. I'll
Bye.
holler at you in a minute. All right.
All
Bye.
right.
Bye.